game, when you score on defense and get that many turnovers to not be able to find a way to win. But we just couldn't muster up much offensively. We couldn't get much stability. We did hit on a couple big plays, but we just couldn't muster up enough with where we're at right now to keep going. So I did tell the team that their effort was unbelievable. For them to continue to go out and fight, and defensively when they had their back against the wall and to strip the ball away from them a couple times, I mean, that's really, really hard to do, particularly when the offense knows that you're trying to do it. So I told the players that we asked them to compete, and they competed. Man, I was fired up about their effort, and we've got to do a better job of trying to find a way to stop the other team from getting big plays. I mean, we're playing a really good defense, but we're giving up 2 or 3 big plays each game, which is allowing them to score points on us. So we've got to work hard and try to minimize big plays. And then, we just kind of have to take what we have offensively and try to work it and find a way to move the ball and score a few more points consistently.
Maybe connected to the big plays, how impactful do you think it was to lose Trey Sterling and Rodarius Williams for long stretches?
It's more difficult. I mean, it's obviously it's difficult. We got other guys in there, but when you lose guys like that, it's not going to be as easy. The other guys came in and competed hard, made it a little more difficult.
All right, now we'll take questions. Our first question is going to come from Frank Bonner from the Tulsa World. Go ahead, Frank.
Hey, Mike, what did you think of Amon's performance and what he was able to do out there on the field today?
I mean, from the sideline, it looked like his effort was unbelievable. I see he had 12 tackles, and he's been tremendous for us this year in what he's accomplished. His effort, his leadership's been awesome, and you're right on. He worked his butt off and competed throughout the game.
And what did you think about how Desmond played in his?
I can't hear you. Sounds like they're chopping wood out here or something. Hang on. I'll have to wait till they're done with that because I can't hear you.
Hey, while we're waiting, I'm just going to drop in this piece of information about Amon. His 3 forced fumbles today is a new school record. The previous record was 2, so he set a school record today.
Okay, go ahead now. They're done. What's that?
I was asking, what did you think about how Desmond played in his second game starting?
It looked like he played pretty good. I thought he got downhill. I thought he made some cuts. I know he competed. So I felt good about him. I haven't even looked. Yeah, he had 118 yards, over 4 yards a carry. We would like to be 4.5, but I'm pleased with what he's bringing to the table. The other thing you got to remember is, so we had 76 plays. I think he was in all 76 plays. And that's extremely hard to do for a skill guy, particularly a running back. So I'm very pleased with what he's bringing to the table.
Our next question is going to come from Chris Becker from the Ocala. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Coach. You guys forced those 5 turnovers that you talked about, but you only scored 6 points off of them. How difficult is it to win a game when you aren't capitalizing on those plays?
I'm only getting part of what you said. I mean, it's say it again now.
So you got how difficult is it to win a game and compete offensively when you guys force 5 turnovers but only score 6 points off of them?
Well, it's real hard. That's what I said earlier, is we're going to have to find a way with our availability offensively to muster some more consistency to where we could stay on the field a little longer, because I was really concerned about us coming off the field fast and leaving the defense on the field. But, it's what I said in my opening statement. Our defense was unbelievable about forcing turnovers. Offensively, we couldn't get enough stuff going right now.
Right. How do you think the O-line played today?
Looked like okay. Again, it's really hard for me to tell on the sideline. It's a little unfair. I can see some things, but not a lot. So I would have to comment on that on Monday.
Thanks, Coach.
Our next question is going to come from Barry Trammell from the Oklahoman. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, Mike, when you're sort of referring to your offensive limitations, what was the general game plan today?
Limitations with the offensive game.
What's that?
Limitations with the offensive game plan going into today.
Okay, so you said limitations, Barry, with
Well,
injury?
I said you've got some limitations on offensively. You
Right.
referred to what was your game plan going in today, and what were you hoping to get done?
Well, we don't change a lot. You know, we want to try to stay balanced. That's what we have to do. We're young at tackle right now, so we're not just going to become a throwing team. And then because we don't have a lot of depth at running back right now, we can't just become a running team. So we want to try to stay balanced as possible. And then as the game goes on, try to get a feel for what we think is working and try to lean in that direction. And then obviously try to keep them off balance is what they're doing defensively.
Is this effectively eliminates you from the Big 12 championship game? How disappointing is it? This was a team that seemed like early in the season capable of doing big things.
Well, I don't think we're the same team we were when we started the first game. I mean, we got some young kids out there. We're playing with 3 freshmen on the offensive line. We're down 6 starters on offense from day one. So it's not fair to say to the team that it's the same group. Now, we're going to compete our ass off and try to win every game, but we're a little different team right now than we were when we started against Tulsa.
Our next question comes from Scott Wright from the Oklahoman. Go ahead, Scott.
Mike, was there something in particular that you thought you'd be able to do today offensively that you couldn't do?
No, I don't think so.
How did you feel Sanders held up and performed in his decision making?
I thought he was pretty good. Again, a lot of evaluation on him comes from watching video because we can't see the field like he can. So, you kind of have to watch that and make that decision on Monday based on what's happening in the secondary on both sides of the field.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go back to Barry Trammell from the Oklahoman. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, Mike, how limited were you with the kicking unit? I think maybe you left 8 points on the field on your place kicks today. How shorthanded are you there?
Well, we're not the same team as we were. There's no question. Sometimes you're going to miss a field goal, but we have to be able to kick extra points. And we got behind the 8 ball. We started off early. We got a chance to jump up, and we start missing extra points. Now we go into 2-point conversions. Play calling's different, so it's new for him. I mean, it's first time he's been out there. He jumped out there in OU and was really successful. Wasn't as successful last week, and then obviously was not very good today. But he's the guy that's kicking for us, and so we have to continue to work with him, and we have to believe in him. But the kicking game is very important. We were really, really good today in special teams, with the exception of being really, really poor in kicking PATs and field goals.
All right, Coach, well, that'll do it for questions. Is there any points that you wanted to make while we have everybody here? Anything that you want to just leave us with? I'm
good. We got to get our guys rallied. I told the guys that I really appreciated. They had a lot of fight and competed all the way to the end. And I was really proud of the way they fought and tried to give themselves a chance to win in the end. So that part I was really excited about. Got to do a better job of coaching. Got to try to find ways to limit big plays on defense and try to find ways to put together some drives on offense next week. Thank y'all.
Coach, thanks for your time. Safe trip home.